Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome back to Transformation Tuesday. Hello to those on the replay. How are you doing? If you're there, give us some love. Give us a shout out. If you're there, if you've got any questions about hacking your life, which is what the topic is for today's Transformation Tuesday, give us a shout out. Hello, guys. Welcome. I'm going to be going pretty deep tonight. I've got the next 20 minutes of giving you my, hey Yanni, good to see you, brother. I'm going super deep here. I'm just going to go for the top 10 most important life hacks that pretty much every single human being in the world needs to be using consistently if they're going to get the most out of life, if they're going to extract the most energy, the most amount of juice, the most amount of passion, motivation. Hey Matt, good to see you, brother. If you want to hack life to the maximum, then listen up, because I'm going to give you my top 10. I know that's a pretty big challenge to sort of distill everything that I know down into the top 10, but I just want to give you the top 10 really powerfully, and I just want to power through these to give you guys the maximum amount of value that you possibly can. Now, when you use these consistently in your life, boom, life goes to the next level. Now, I've been using these for quite some time, and I've been learning and applying them. So I also want to say that when you approach these and when you start to apply these in your life, have some patience. Don't try and apply all 10 at the same time tomorrow morning when you wake up. Give yourself some patience to sort of bring them on one at a time. And when you apply these in your life consistently, when you have them all, literally have them all sequentially planned out through your life, you watch as your life goes to another level, because you get more time back, you have more energy, and your life is just run far more efficiently and far more effectively. So without further ado, I want to dive in and give you these massive hacks. Hey there, Deb. Good to see you. So let's start out. The first one here is to get very, very clear on your purpose. Whoa, that's massive, right? Get clear on your purpose. Well, it's a massive one, and I want to give you guys a really simple exercise to help you get clear on your purpose. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take out, just write this down, a blank piece of paper. The top of the piece of paper is, and some of you that may already know what your purpose is, again, do this exercise. So some of you it may take 20 minutes, for some of you it may take an hour, for some of you it may take a year. But you take out a blank piece of paper and write at the top of it, what is my purpose? Now, what you do is you do a brain dump. You literally come up with all the possible, the most amazing, beautiful, life-empowering statements you could ever think of. And you basically start writing why you're here. What is the reason why you're here? Your purpose in life, if you don't know what it is to figure out why you're here. So you pretty much just write and you do an incredible brain dump to craft the most beautiful, the most inspiring, the statement that resonates the most with why you're truly here. Now, I'll give you an example of mine, like a very, very, very simple purpose statement. And when you come up with this, you then read it aloud every morning, every day for the rest of your life. And it will evolve. It will change over time. It will get upgraded. It will chop and change. You'll find a better way of expressing it. You might question it. You might believe it. Sometimes you might not believe it, and you'll evolve into it. Hey, Deb. Hey, Doffy. Good to see you here. So, purpose statement. For example, mine is to live consciously and courageously in the moment with vitality, gratitude, and passion, to seek to experience and share love, joy, and fun, to embrace the journey of life as this incredible adventure and a great mystery and the greatest love story ever told, and to inspire and empower others to activate their highest potential so they can live life getting paid doing what they love. So that's my purpose statement. And I know that this is the reason why I'm on this planet. This is what I'm born to do. So for me, it resonates. When I say that, I light up. I'm like, yep, I've got it. I've figured it out. Now, has my purpose been the same? No, it's changed a lot of times in the last probably six months, 12 months, 2 years. It's changed a lot of times. Hey, Daddy. And I think the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from purpose statement is, I think the biggest myth is that we only have one purpose. I think we have multiple purposes. So my purpose has been evolving. And look, I've got a whole life philosophy statement that I also read out, which goes for about 5 minutes in the morning. So I just give you this sort of very short, condensed version. Anyway, purpose statement is very, very, very important. It's like an affirmation. It's a statement to remind us who and what we are. It's going to change many, many times over the course of your life. However, I think it's a great starting point to help remind us and get clear as to what we stand for and why we're here. Hey, Svetlana, thank you. All right, cool. Let's move on. I just want to move through this really, really quickly. Number 2, limiting beliefs. Oh, that's another massive one. Limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, for those of you that don't know, limiting beliefs are just simply those thought patterns, those beliefs that we have at an unconscious level that get in the way of us creating the results that we want. So beliefs, that the big limiting beliefs that most human beings have got and I haven't met many human beings on the face of the planet that haven't got a version of this. Hey Matt, hey Pauline, good to see you here. Is that I believe I'm not enough, or I believe I'm not lovable, or I believe at some level, I believe that there's something wrong with me. That's the biggest limiting belief that there is. Everyone here is perfectly whole and complete as you are. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You are lovable. You are enough. End of story. So any other belief other than that is a crock of shit. So please, if you have a belief anything other than you are enough, you are lovable, and that you are okay just as you are, please, you've got to do some work around that. So limiting beliefs are so incredibly important. Thanks, Murray. Another one. Rejection. Look, people have got beliefs about what rejection means, what criticism means. But a lot of people have got limiting beliefs around the opinion of others mattering to them, which ultimately is a limiting belief around self-worth. If we're outsourcing our sense of self-worth to the opinion of others, typically what that means is we have a lack of self-worth on some level. Anyway, I just want to keep it really short and concise. Limiting beliefs, they are the weeds in your garden that for some of us we don't even know about. Most limiting beliefs for most people are unconscious, which means we're not even aware of them. It's just like we're viewing our reality and it just appears to be true. Well, I got news for you. Some of the beliefs we got are not actually true, and those weeds are going to take your garden. So we need to understand and become aware of limiting beliefs. Once we become aware of them, that's the first step. The next step is we then challenge them and then eliminate them. So first of all, become aware of your limiting beliefs and then get rid of them. Now, how do we get rid of them? Well, this leads into my third point, which is get a coach. Just get a coach. If you haven't got a coach already, a life coach, a business coach, a relationship coach, a performance coach, a results coach, get yourself a coach. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now if I didn't have a coach. That's a fact. The amount that I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone, the things that I'm doing, the strategies I've got, the ability for me to hack my mind. If I didn't have a coach, I'd be probably a couple of years back further behind. So that's my number one. Actually, this is probably the number one bit of advice is get a coach. And when you get a coach, you'll accelerate your consciousness, you'll accelerate your personal growth, you'll accelerate your business success, you'll accelerate everything beyond a shadow of doubt. And you'll also find it pays for itself many, many times over. Anyway, that's personally what I found in my personal experience. So get yourself a coach. So that's incredibly important. Okay, let's quickly move through these. Next one, what are we up to? Number 4, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is critical. In Forbes magazine, they did a study and they found that emotional intelligence is the single biggest predictor of job performance and leadership. So it's essentially your effectiveness in the workplace in terms of your productive output. So if you haven't already taken an emotional intelligence assessment, or if you haven't read anything about emotional intelligence, then you've simply got to do this because it's a game changer. When you understand the 5 major pillars of emotional intelligence and how strong you are in each one of those dimensions, boom, game changer. So please go out and do an emotional intelligence assessment. I also offer emotional intelligence assessments, so if you guys need help, please send me a message, I can hook you up. This is a game changer when you improve your emotional intelligence. Forbes magazine, they found that for every 1 point increase in your emotional intelligence, that equates to an extra 1,750 Aussie dollars increase in your salary. That was the fact that they found a direct correlation between emotional intelligence and income. Now, if you're a business owner or if you're in business or an entrepreneur, then you can imagine that's uncapped. So that's a really important thing, is to recognize your emotional intelligence. Now, as we go through here, guys, I want to get your thoughts as well. Give me some ideas as to what your life hacks are. What are the things that you love to do in your life? What are the things that you think are maybe your 1 or 2 top life hacks that give you that edge, that give you the performance enhancement, that give you that extra energy or that passion? I love to hear from you guys. Give me some comments. Let us know what you guys are doing, and obviously I'll comment on that if we have an opportunity as we go through. Okay, what have we got here? We got now what are we up to? Number 5. Okay, comfort zone challenges. Oh, this is a game changer. All right, when I got introduced to this, thanks Matt, daily journaling. You beat me to the punch, Matt. That was the next one, daily journaling. I'll get on to comfort zone challenges first. What is a comfort zone challenge? Well, for those of you that read any of Tim Ferriss, he talked about this in the 4-hour work week, but I want to give you another take on an example of a comfort zone challenge. It's where you do something that you put yourself way out of your comfort zone. Now, the first time I experienced this, one of my coaches, they gave me this challenge to do, which is to walk up to the deli at Coles and literally walk up to the deli and ask to try every single one of the little snacky food things, all the olives. I asked to try all the little olives, and I just walked up and said, "Can I please try that one? Can I please try that one?" I tried I think there was about probably 12 of them. So I was there trying food for probably about the best part of, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes or something. And then at the end of it, I said, "No, I actually don't want any olives," and I walked away. So that was my dare, that was my comfort zone challenge that kind of just put me out of my comfort zone a little bit. And it kind of got me thinking, why the hell would I be worried about the opinion of someone else? Why would I be worried about doing something so simple, something so little? So these comfort zone challenges are designed to push our comfort zone to, if you like, push beyond the limitations of our fears, one little step at a time. Now, Tim Ferriss shares the example of, you walk out in public and you just literally lie down on the ground. In peak hour traffic, you just literally lie on the ground and just people are walking around you. And you'll be surprised, I've done this one as well. People will just walk past you and go, "This guy's just having a nap," or maybe he's a homeless guy or whatever. People just keep going. People just keep living their life. So again, it just reminds us that we need to stop outsourcing our sense of self-worth or our emotional, if you like, our emotional well-being to the opinions of others. And these little challenges are a great way of pushing beyond your fears, because when you conquer all of your fears, there's nothing left that holds you back. But the key thing here to recognize is the thing that creates all the fears in the first place is our belief system, is our mindset. So if we do have fears that come up, we've got to ask, what's the belief that I have at the deepest, most unconscious level that's driving that fear, that's causing me to feel the emotion of fear? Now, when we can uncover what that belief system is, we can smash through it. So that's a really important thing. Okay, let's move on quickly. What are we up to? Number 7. It's number 6. I'm out of order now, Matt, because you threw in the meditation one. Meditation is the next one. Meditation is an absolute game changer. For those of you that have meditated before, and for those that consistently meditate, you'll probably agree with me. When I started meditating, it was probably about 4 or so years ago, I just noticed a distinct change in my happiness, my mood, my well-being, my energy levels, and my awareness of my thought programming that was going on. Because now I meditate every morning for 20 minutes. I used to meditate for a lot longer than that, but now I find that 20 minutes of meditation, first thing in the morning, I don't think it really matters when you do it in the day, as long as you've got that allowance of time where you can just be present, blank everything out, and just become aware of your thoughts and just be present and just block everything out. And it's, for some people, it's incredibly challenging, but trust me, it's well worth the trip. Now, the meditation science has been around now for quite some time. So all you need to do is just look up some of the scientific studies that they've published from Harvard, I think it's Stanford Brain Institute. They've published a lot of studies where they've actually studied the cognitive enhancement that you get. They've studied MRI machines when the people that have been meditating, people that haven't been meditating, and you can see there's a profound difference. So trust me, if you haven't, or if you're not already regularly and consistently meditating, introduce it slowly into your routine and just notice how you feel different. In addition to meditation, I would say another massive big life hack is yoga. Stretching doesn't even have to be full-on yoga. It could just be just allowing time to stretch your muscles, stretch your body, stretch everything, and just feel the tension just ease. Okay, let's go on to the next one. We've also got scheduling your life. Scheduling your life, why is this important? Well, when you schedule your life, what does that mean? It means where you decide what you want to create in your life and you insert it into your calendar. You set it as a goal, you pick a time for when it's going to happen, you lock it in, you put it in your calendar, and ideally you announce it to as many people as you possibly can, like on social media like this, doing a Facebook Live or something, and you just announce it to everyone. And obviously that's going to apply some internal pressure. Obviously you can also imply external pressure as well as internal pressure. But certainly it starts with just deciding and declaring, this is what I'm going to create for my life. So you put it in the calendar, you put a date on it and you say, that's now happening, great. Let's set it as a goal, let's work to it, let's create a plan, and let's make it happen. So what goes in your calendar generally tends to happen. So again, if you treat the events of your life like a dentist appointment, when you book a dentist appointment, they say, cool, you're booked in for 3 o'clock on Thursday. Great, it's like, I'm locked in. Well, when you do that with your life and you have full accountability on all the things you're gonna promise to do, then it just encourages you to actually keep your promise more because you've now got it scheduled in your calendar. So use your calendar as your secret weapon. Now, what are we up to? We're up to, let's go, number 9. Okay, eliminate distractions. Distractions are the killer of productivity. They kill your energy, they kill your enthusiasm, they kill your momentum, they kill everything. So turn off major notifications on your phone. Things like Facebook notifications, Instagram notifications. Turn them off. If you're in the middle of something where you want to be productive, just turn off notifications. Put your phone on silent, even turn your phone off. And again, this relates back to not checking your email. For those of you that own your own businesses, if you want to literally get sucked into the pit of other people's agendas, then yeah, check your email first thing in the morning and you'll see the life get sucked out of you. Now, what I do recommend is that you actually just allocate maybe 1 or 2 blocks of time in the whole entire day to check your email. And that's when you maybe put on some music, that's when you're in the zone, that's when you fire up, and that's when you handle that task, and then you check out of the email. That's it. Email is simply nothing more than for you to organize your life, communications with other people. It shouldn't be where you get sucked in and just most of your time just gets drained. So yeah, just be aware of that one. Okay, the last one I want to give you guys is rituals. Now, there's both morning rituals and there's also evening rituals. Now, morning rituals are essential. When you block out that part of your day for a morning ritual, oh my God, you just notice your energy and your momentum, your enthusiasm, your clarity just goes to a whole nother level. So I'm probably going to do a whole nother Facebook Live on morning rituals, but I just want to give you some of the big nuggets of types of things you can incorporate in a morning ritual, which when you consistently do it, again, I've been doing my morning ritual now consistently for the last probably 3 years. I've been refining it over and over and over again, but I've got it to the point where now I wake up, boom, morning ritual kicks in, and then after about an hour and a half of my morning ritual, I'm pumped, I'm juiced, I'm very clear on my day, and I'm just aligned with what I want to create in my day. So things you can do in a morning ritual. First thing I'd recommend is getting a drink of water, drinking heaps of water, because when you wake up, you're most likely dehydrated. So drink a heap of water. Wash your face. I'd also recommend doing a breathing. I do a breathing practice. So for those of you that haven't or aren't familiar with breath work, Google Wim Hof. Google the Wim Hof breathing method. That's probably a great place to start. Breathing techniques, first thing in the morning, they get your blood pumping, they elevate your mood, and they just get you fired up. So from a performance point of view, performance enhancement, there's no better way to start your morning than just breathing. Literally breathing like that for up to 2 to 5 minutes gets you absolutely pumped, gets you underway. Meditation is also another critical thing I would recommend for a morning ritual. Music, playing inspiring music, listening to maybe just a quick 5 or 10 minute inspirational podcast. I've got my own very own SoundCloud, best of the best personal development mix. So what I'll do is I'll put the SoundCloud link up here for you guys if you want some incredible, inspiring music on. It's like, what is it? It's inspirational, public speaking, thought leaders, that sort of stuff. So I'll put the link up there for you guys. Also things like yoga, exercise. Those are the types of things where you want to incorporate into a morning ritual. Maybe even some learning, maybe a podcast, maybe reading a book, something like that to get your day started off on the best way possible. Anyway, that will be a whole nother topic for a whole nother Facebook Live. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go through the list again. We obviously had get clear on your purpose statement. We had elicit and become aware of, and then start to work through your limiting beliefs. They're those unconscious limiting beliefs, the weeds in the garden. So get rid of those. Take yourself an emotional intelligence test when you start to become, or even just become aware of the 5 different pillars of emotional intelligence. Take an assessment, start to find out what it's all about. And when you improve your emotional intelligence, your income is going to go up, your ability to communicate goes up, your ability to interact with other human beings goes up, which is ultimately one of the biggest indicators for success factors in work, in your career, in your mission, in life in general. The 4th one was get a coach. Get coached. There's no faster way of accelerating your conscious evolution than getting a really good coach, someone who understands, and preferably someone who's trained in transformational coaching, so someone who can actually dig out the root cause of what's actually going on, not someone who's just going to sit there and personal train you and champion you and say, no, just do that. You've got to get a coach who can help you understand what's the root cause of the challenge, why it's experiencing at the mindset level. That's the most important thing about getting a coach. Get yourself a coach, your life will accelerate and your life will be transformed. So get yourself a coach. Comfort zone challenges. Set yourself little weekly challenges that always push your comfort zone, always push the boundaries, start overcoming all those fears. That's one I forgot to mention, the 5-second rule. Number 6 is the 5-second rule. If you ever want to do something in life and you're afraid, you've got a little bit of hesitancy, you're a little bit anxious about it, it comes from Mel Robbins. For those of you that are familiar with Mel Robbins, she's got some fantastic stuff. The 5-second rule is you count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you say, go and do that thing, whatever it was. And I remember I used to do this when I was actually out on the town. This is probably about maybe 5-10 years ago, when I was out meeting ladies and trying to attract and interact with ladies. And what I'd actually do is I used to be quite afraid of speaking to women. So I'd actually use the 5-second rule to count down and go, look, there's a good looking girl over there. She looks interesting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, I'm just going to go and talk to her. So finally, I used to use it for that. So you guys can use this for anything, whether it be public speaking, whether it be doing a Facebook Live, whatever it is that you've got some level of anxiety about, use the 5-second rule to your advantage and just go for it. Number 7 is meditate. Meditation, again, you don't have to start out by doing the full 20 minutes like I do. Maybe just start out with 5 minutes. See how you go. Brendan Mashard's got some really good stuff on meditation. Deepak Chopra's got some good stuff on meditation. Look, there's so many different thought leaders on meditation. Google meditation, look up the health benefits. It's an absolute no-brainer. Do that and watch your life transform. We had number 8, which is schedule your life. Use your calendar like your secret weapon. Your calendar is your biggest asset, because when you schedule stuff in your calendar, it just happens. So use that and stay consistent to that. Hey, Dora. Thank you. Sorry, I can't see the comments. I've just got to get through this one really quickly. I'll come back and look at the comments later. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I really appreciate that. Eliminate distractions is number 9. Distractions, again, turn off your notifications on your phone. At very least, when you're in the middle of something important, either turn your phone off, put your phone on silent, just put it out of eyesight, put it in another room. Actually, that's another one as well. When you're charging your phone, do not charge your phone in the same room as you sleep. The EMF that your phone emits when it's charging is not good for your health. So please do not sleep next to your phone. Also, don't charge your laptop. And also, when you're using your laptop, don't put your laptop on your lap, because it's going to cook your organs, it's going to cook your genitalia. Not good. Now, sorry, that was a little digression. Eliminate distractions. And then number 10 was rituals. So morning rituals, evening rituals are another really important one. I'll give you a couple of really, really cool power questions that you can test out tonight before you guys go to bed. Some really powerful questions on evening rituals are: what was I grateful for today? What did I learn? How did I perform? What could I do better next time? And ultimately, did I achieve what I set out to achieve today? Now, there's probably 1,000 other questions you can ask, but I think those ones are the key power questions you can ask every day. Now, what I do is, this is my diary, my journal, and my journal, I keep it on my bedside table. Now, every night before I go to bed, I actually write in that journal, I answer those power questions and I reflect on my day. Now, I find every day, if you're reflecting on those questions, you're going to be in a pretty awesome state just before you go to bed, when you're asking, what am I grateful for? How did I do? What was I appreciative of? How could I do better? What do I want to improve? What do I want to add to my life? When you ask those sorts of questions ongoingly, and you consistently answer those just before you go to bed, you're training your mind to actually start thinking about those things, focusing on those things, and starting to, if you like, unconsciously start to program yourself into thinking, directing your focus into all those things to introduce them in the next day. Now, again, what you can then do is you can reflect on your journal after the end of the week. I also recommend doing weekly planning every Sunday for at least an hour. That's the minimum, because when you plan your life, that's how you consciously create your life. Or you could not plan your life and just let your life happen to you. So at least block out an hour every Sunday where you go through your journal, you go through your life, you go through relationships, you go through your business, you go through everything, and you plan your life. When you plan your life, you create your life. If you don't plan your life, good luck. You can just go on with the flow. Now, I just want to keep this one short and sweet. They're the top 10 life hacks where if you introduce these into your life is going to transform. There's no doubt. There's no two ways about it. So for those of you that are wanting to start to introduce these, please start slowly. Introduce them one at a time. Don't try and do them all at once, because you're going to do overwhelm. Just introduce one at a time. Really simply, classic example is meditation. Maybe start with a 5-minute meditation. Then build it up 6 minutes, then 7 minutes. Day by day, maybe 1 minute at a time until you're an absolute master and do 20 minutes, half an hour. That's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to leave this short and sweet. This is just a really powerful download to give you some really nuggets, some real good quality nuggets of wisdom. For those of you in Melbourne, I will see you soon. For those of you coming to my NLP Masterclass, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. We've got a full 3.5-hour workshop coming up on the 23rd of June, where I get to give you guys the download on the next level of consciousness hacks, how to completely override your consciousness, how to think about your life differently, and how to uncover, I guess, the deeper level of expanding your consciousness. So I'm looking forward to giving you guys that, guys. Just really quickly, I'm also going to Hobart. I've just announced another event. We're taking the NLP Masterclass national. So after Melbourne, we're going to Hobart. We're running an event there in Hobart. So those of you in Tasmania, I'm looking forward to getting into Tasmania to run that workshop for you guys on the Sunday, the 24th of June. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys in Melbourne. For those that are in Melbourne and tuning in, I'm pumped. I'm excited. It's only, 2 or 3 weeks away. And for those in Hobart, looking forward to giving you guys the download and giving you the best of the best hacks, consciousness upgrade techniques, and processes in the space of personal development. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks, Kim. Trust this was useful for you guys. Test it out, apply it. Please send me comments. Let us know how you go. Thanks, Matt. And yeah, just little by little bit, 1% per day. Just keep applying, testing, measuring. That's the key to mastering life, is just little bit by little bit by little bit. Day by day by day, just start implementing, start improving these things. Hey, Dora, thank you. Thanks, Caddy. Yeah, bring on the NLP Masterclass in Melbourne and Tassie. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And hey, thanks, Peru. Good to see you here. You just tuned in for the last little bit. As always, lots of love. Wishing you guys a fantastic week, and keep sending in your questions and keep giving us, keep sending us the questions. I'm always here to keep adding heaps of value, answer your questions. All the best. Have a great weekend, and I shall see you guys again soon for the next Transformation Tuesday. Lots of love, guys. Thanks again. See ya.